Welcome everyone to today's study with me. So today we're gonna do 3 sessions. You know the drill. We do 50 minutes of focus time as one Pomodoro, and then we have a 10-minute break where we hang out, we chat, we catch up, and then, we repeat the whole thing again and again. So yeah, I hope you're ready for it. And Catalysator, welcome back. It's lovely to see you again. It's been a while, hasn't it? How are you doing? I hope everything is well. And yeah, are you participating in the monthly challenge of learning a new language? Let me know, because I'm currently, also studying Spanish every day, and so far it's going well. So yeah, for those of you that are like, what is the monthly challenge? Well, you can check out my Discord and you'll find the link in the bio and descriptions and everything. And there, we have this fun community where we support each other to, become a better version of ourselves. And then there's like study rooms where you can study with, me and with fellow Discord members. And then there's also monthly challenges that we do, such as reading for 15 minutes every day or learning a new language for 15 minutes every day, stuff like that. So it's definitely worth checking it out, but by all means you're not obligated, and no worries, you're always allowed to obviously disappear, especially if you're having a vacation. I mean, that sounds great in Egypt. And what did you see? Did you see pyramids and everything? Because that seems very, very cool to see. I've never been in Egypt, but it's definitely on my list, since I feel like history-wise it's so interesting. So that's lovely. I hope you had a great time. Well, I do suggest, that we start, since I have plenty of things to get done. But yeah, we'll talk during the next break, and good luck everyone. Let's start. Okay, everyone, it is time to have a break. So, this first session went by rather fast, so yeah, that's good. Managed to get a bit of stuff done, and I'm standing on my cable. Oops. So, how's everyone doing? I see that today there's a lot of people watching. Wow, busy Friday, huh? So welcome everyone. It's so nice that everyone is here. It's a lot of people. Great, lovely. And yeah, I do love the Snow White sticker on my laptop. Free fun wave. I actually, bought this laptop so that I could have the sticker, which is silly. It's not the way one should, choose their laptop, but well, it is what it is. So how are you guys? How was the first session? Did you manage to get productive, or did you already fall asleep? Hopefully the first one. And yeah, well, I'm trying to read the comments a little bit, sorry. I'm a bit slow today when it comes to that. Tough to follow. I don't know what it is. But it's 34 degrees there. That's really warm. Test user, damn. Kai, welcome, by the way. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate you. How are you doing today? You're cuddling with a cat. You're struggling with motivation. Oh, what is it you have to do today? Is it something that's probably maybe not so fun, hence the need for motivation? There's actually this fun command that I have on Twitch where you can do exclamation mark and then, or exclamation sign and then motivation, and then you get a motivational quote. So I find that that's very fun. I don't think I've seen it somewhere else. I don't know. I don't think I copied it, it was really something I came up with. But you never know, there may be some brilliant human out there that did the same thing. No, just kidding. No, but you know how a lot of study streamers have kind of the same things going on, everyone has, almost everyone has a timer on screen, or also a task list, which I do not have. My task list is in the comments, because otherwise it's just a lot, it's because the task list usually moves on screen, when there's new tasks coming in, and it rotates, and that would drive me crazy. I feel like I could not be bothered to actually focus if I see a lot of distractions. So that's why I try to keep it clean and minimalistic, also the chat that you can see right now, it disappears during focus time, so I feel like that's better. First session was great. That's great to hear. Meeting was cancelled. You found a sweet shortcut to save a ton of work. Well, that's amazing. Good job. That sounds great. Nice. Yeah, it's an expensive sticker, but not really. I mean, I bought this laptop almost 10 years ago. My laptop is a bit more than 9 years old. So that's pretty good. I feel like if I would have taken a different laptop, if I would have chosen differently, it wouldn't have lasted me that long. So honestly, I got such a good deal. So yeah, and back then, when I bought my MacBook Air, it was so much cheaper than they are today. So yeah, but I guess that's normal. I suppose there's nothing we can do about it, inflation and everything. Just the prices are going up and up, and there's no end to it. But yeah, that is what it is. Unfortunately, times have changed. I still remember when I was young, talking like a grandma, I remember back in the old days. No, but I mean, it's also been a while since I was a small kid, and when ice cream was €1, and now there's places where you pay 3 or 4 euros for one scoop of ice. So yeah, that's crazy. Ice cream became expensive as well, like everything else. But yeah, it's normal. I mean, we also earn a lot more money than back then. But yeah, Anyways. So many new things in the Discord. What have you been doing on the streams all these times? Yes, so you probably missed out on a lot on Discord. Like, well, it depends. I mean, people are like not using the, you know, the study rooms, like the focus rooms that much, which I totally understand since it is summer. So probably a lot of, you know, people don't have to study, which fair enough, you know, same here since I did graduate. So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, since, you know, technically I don't have to study anything during the streams, I will do a bunch of other things. So for example, I will, well, check my emails, I will send out applications, I will learn Spanish, I will plan my vacations, you know, because at one point I was like looking, you know, for booking flights, stuff like that. So honestly, I can really keep busy, you know, that's like not a problem. So yeah, pretty decent. So I can, you know, be busy. That's why I'm still continuing, you know, the streams. But yeah, I cannot be bothered to stream for like 6 hours every day because the things that I have to get done, you know, I'm usually gonna be done with them in like somewhere between 2 and 3 hours. Hence the 3-hour session, you know, like 3 sessions, I mean. Technically not 3 hours in total, you know, because there's always the 10-minute break. So actually it's like only 2.5 hours then, right? Yeah, it's 2.5 hours of studying, or 2 hours and 40 minutes or something, I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter, but yeah, pretty good. And oh, you paid $3.40 for 2 scoops of ice cream. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, but you know, indeed, it depends on where you get the ice cream, because I'd also think that I paid like somewhere around $3.60 maybe for 2 scoops in Nice. But then when we were in Valencia, I remember that there was like super expensive. It was almost €4 for 1 scoop of ice cream. But Valencia was more expensive to begin with. Like everything was rather pricey, I had the feeling. So I suppose it depends where, you know. I wouldn't really know the prices here in Brussels since I don't like go out to eat ice cream here a lot. The weather is usually not that great though. Right now, as you can see, the weather is pretty decent, so I'm very excited about that. So yeah, I don't know. You remember back in high school you only paid 25 cents. Oh, wow. For potato chips. Yeah, that's insane. That's very cheap. Now I suppose you can still find like some, you know, like generic brand, like not the, you know, Lay's or Pringles or anything like that, not the, you know, known brands, but like maybe a home brand or no brand bag of potato crisps that could still be less than €1. No, I think so, because I remember I did buy like nachos, like very, you know, normal nachos, and if you don't buy the Doritos ones, it was like 70 cents or something. So that's like decent, I would say. But yeah, it was more, it was less expensive back then. Did I see the video of a British girl complaining about the price of ice cream in England? No, I have not. Yeah, I can imagine, oh my gosh, if you live in England now, you know, especially after Brexit, I suppose that the prices have, you know, gone skyrocketing quite a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't want to, you know, be in England right now, honestly. But I really thought that before the Brexit, when I was in London, I was shook. Everything was super expensive. I thought that even like the tube was very expensive, though people say like, really? But then I'm like, yeah, it is expensive. I mean, if you compare it to prices here or like in Berlin or in Vienna or other, you know, places here in Europe, it is a lot cheaper, you know, to use the metro or the tube or, you know, the subway. Depends on, you know, where you're from, you're going to call it differently. But yeah, it was rather pricey. And then everything is in pounds, you know, that makes it worse. Though now, I don't know what the exchange rate is. Maybe now it's like more convenient for us. I'm not sure. But yeah, crazy. For traveling, if you need advice, I'm a digital nomad. Oh, that's great to know. Okay, and where are you based right now, if I'm allowed to ask? And how long do you usually stay in one place? So many questions, but I'm very curious. So yeah, Beichi, welcome back as well. How are you doing today? It's great that you've also decided to join, and that's why you take the bus in London. Oh, are you still in London then right now, or? And that's pretty good. Okay, so the bus seems fairly cheap. Oh, and the exchange rate is better. Yeah, it's better than before. Back when I was in London, the exchange rate was very different, and it was very confusing. You know, like I would feel like I would purchase something for £10, thinking like it would be €10, but actually it was like €14 or something like that, I think. But I'm not like too certain. So at the moment you're in the Netherlands. Okay, 1 to 3 months. So that's a lot of traveling then. Wow, exciting. And I suppose your list is very long of places you have been to, right? And do you usually just stay in Europe, or do you go like everywhere? So yeah, test user, get yourself an ice cream, honestly. And Vici, I'm happy to hear that you're doing good. I'm also doing good. And since, break time is over, I do suggest we get started right away. So I wish you all, a great second, very productive session. And we'll talk in the next break. So yeah, good luck everyone. I might disappear to like get some breakfast, since I didn't have breakfast yet. But yeah, that will be a bit later on. I'm not hungry right away, but probably in the next half an hour I'll disappear for a bit. Okay, everyone, sorry. It's time for a break, but I was trying to be able to finish my application on this website because I'm scared that, it'll all get lost. So I'm just gonna try to, do this really quickly because it's just like same thing. So wait, okay, great. Yeah, this is not gonna take me very long. Just one moment, please. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so this one thing is actually not so easy. There we go. So strange, they're asking very strange questions. But okay, anyways. It takes so much time to like apply to all sorts of things because with some, you can simply send like your documents through an email, but then others have their own application online, their tools, and they ask like a ton of things, and it's annoying, when you prepared everything, and then you have to like kind of fit it into their system. So yeah, I'm applying for jobs exactly, since I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Like I haven't figured it out whether I still want to, study for one more year and specialize, or if I already want to apply for jobs. So I figured, I'm just gonna apply for like a ton of firms, and then if I were to get like one offer, that I'm like, yeah, this is like really great, then I will prioritize that over studying for one more year. But if I don't get any offers, then well, the choice is fairly simple, and I'm just gonna specialize, and that will also be like a lot easier than to find a job once you're specialized. It's definitely a big bonus. Like I'm reading like in these law firms, especially the international ones, they'd really value for you to have like an LLM in EU law. So that would be, something worth doing then, so what kind of job am I looking for? Well, it depends. I had also applied to some PhDs, and there's still like one and I'm waiting for an answer. And then there's also, traineeships that I'm looking at international law firms, so that kind of stuff. And then there's also a traineeship, I think, at the Committee of the Regions, so one of the EU, institutions. Well, not the committee is just organ that helps the European Commission, so it's not like an institution, but it's still something. So you happen to know someone who's doing remote work for a law firm in the States? Oh, interesting. And do you know what law firm that is? And if the person is happy to work there? Because that's always very interesting, to hear what people's experience is, that really is very valuable information. So if you know, please share. But yeah, if you don't know, don't worry about it, obviously. Maybe the person does not want you to share that kind of information. But yeah, so exactly, it should be, that's the whole point of the sticker, that it should look like she's eating the apple, so that's great. It's a small law firm that works with immigration. I see, she loves her job. Oh, that's great to hear. Okay, yeah, so immigration is definitely a different domain, because I'm looking at mostly competition law, antitrust law and consumer law, so more into the economic law, and also IP law or IT law. Anything, concerning AI law and stuff like that is just something, that I really am very interested in, so that's kind of the direction I'm trying to go to. But the problem is, especially for competition law, a small law firm, like the local law firms, don't do competition law, since obviously, competition law is where you have the big cases, like the Google and Microsoft cases and all of that. So those are like very big clients, and usually, it's only like the very big law firms that have these kind of cases. So obviously it goes without saying that, the competition there is like very elevated, and so it's stressing me out a little bit. But I'm looking at Brussels mainly because I don't want to necessarily, have to move for just an internship, because depending on whether it's paid or not, might be very difficult, to be able to rent something in, especially London. Like, I can imagine that the prices are very elevated, and honestly, I don't like London. Like, sorry for that. Like, if there's anyone watching that lives in London, is from London, or loves London, I find it to be extremely overrated. I think maybe, like, the weather is as shitty, if I'm allowed to say, as here in Belgium, so that really does not attract me, to go somewhere else where the weather is equally bad, so that's like really the major turn off, I suppose. And then the fact that it is so expensive is just ridiculous, so I cannot be bothered, with going there. So that's a good idea now. Geneva is great. Been there, loved it. I think that's probably also very expensive, but I suppose that if you do live in Geneva, your salary will also be significantly higher. So, Rashid, welcome back. Long time no see indeed. How are you doing? How's life? Hopefully all is well. And England after Brexit was missing a lot of people to do this kind of work. Oh, I see. You happen to know someone who owns a law firm there? Well, I am interested if you don't have to live there for the rest of your life, which, I mean, it's always interesting to go there maybe for a year, but not longer than that. But like, do you know what kind of law firm, like, what are they specialized in? Since if it's like, for example, family law, I don't qualify for it because in the UK, I mean, it's the common law system. So if it's not EU competition law or anything related to EU law, I couldn't work there anyways, so that's the problem with, common law versus civil law. So you cannot simply, do something else. But it is what it is. Test user from YouTube, indeed. In the UK, it is raining a lot, but same in Belgium, so that's why I'm not attracted to go somewhere where you have the same problem, honestly, but I don't know, it's difficult, it's tough. I feel like I get always very tired, and very I don't know, exhausted, like not excited about anything if it's like raining and if it's gray and cold outside. It's just, I don't know, it's depressing, honestly. Like the gray weather, it just really affects my mood, in a very, very extreme way. So you did a website analysis for them a few years ago. Oh, I see. Cool. Interesting. So you don't remember it, but do you remember the name maybe? Because then I can look it up, and browse through their website. Best to live in the neighboring French village. Yes. A lot of people do that, I think. Yeah, exactly. That's very smart. I mean, it's going to be a lot cheaper and it shouldn't be too far off. Yeah, it does rain a lot in Belgium. It's not so nice. Cat's Corner, welcome back. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I hope you're also doing well. Yeah, so far so good, I'm trying to apply for a lot of, law firms, international law firms, and for some it's just such a journey to even apply there, like they have like a ton of steps and like really weird questions on like ethnicity and like my sexual orientation, like weird, this is not information that you need to have, but okay, weirdos. So I don't know how I feel about that. It's just a bit weird. Maybe they're trying, to be like very, inclusive and, I don't know, maybe you get bonus points if you're from like a special ethnicity or something. Could be, you know, to like have a good image for the firm. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I was like like Loki getting a heart attack almost from like my t-shirt brushing on my leg. I thought it was a spider, but it was just my t-shirt. So ridiculous, honestly. But okay, it is what it is. So since break time is over, I suggest we get started right away because I have this application I need to get finished. I'm very annoyed that I didn't get to finish it in the last session. But yeah, there's this one more session that we're gonna have, like the third for today and also the last one for today. So that gives me more than enough time to get it done. So I'm excited for that. And oh yeah, look, so that's what I thought, that they get bonus points and more investments. I see. Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, you know, I'm not that interesting when it comes to that. Just, you know, white background, I suppose, so nothing special. But okay, Cat's Corner, good luck with finishing your endless reports. I hope you find an end to it soon. So, good luck everyone, and we'll talk after the session. Okay, so this marks the end of our third session, which is also the last session that we had for today. So amazing. Great timing actually, because my room is heating up. It's not normal. But it could be all this stuff, like not only my laptop, but like the other laptop that is blowing raspberries in a very loud way. Which fortunately you cannot hear, but yeah, it's this old laptop, because if you thought that this 9-year-old MacBook Air can support streaming, wrong. It cannot. It's quite useless. But it's fine, we have this other laptop on the floor that is really blowing very loudly, but it's fine, it does work. Well, its screen is broken, which is why I have this other screen there in front of me. And then there's the camera, the Stream Deck, and this Blue Yeti. So great. What a setup. So I think that this, is also probably heating up my room, honestly. And also, since, since I am, at a, well, how do you call this? Like the rooftop apartment. It's just heating up. It's insane. I don't know how people, can get focused done like this. Focused things done. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to say I don't know how people can actually focus and get things done in this heat. I do have an air conditioning device over there that I'm looking at right now. And I'm really tempted to put it on, but I don't think it makes sense to put it on right now, because I don't think I'm going to stay here after this, because this room just gets hot so fast. Since the sun, travels from there towards there, so I get a lot of sunlight in here. So I might move to the living room, so I'm going to use the air conditioning in the living room. Yeah. Time to get a desk fan. That's a good idea too. Yeah, I don't have one. That's smart. Very smart. Yeah, so, no, I think I'm gonna go to the living room, and just chill over there. I might still, apply for a few things, in the afternoon, but honestly, I'm so done with it right now. Like, I need a break. It's so exhausting. And also, well, I need to take a break because I need to, take my dog, for a walk outside, so that definitely needs to happen before it gets any hotter, because then, I'm scared for his paws, I don't want him to burn up, that would be quite terrible. But yeah, then I'm really looking forward to, just making some lunch while putting on the air conditioning so that it is a nice temperature. And no, it's actually very green, because I don't know, sometimes people have to just attack you out of the random, saying oh yeah, thank God I have air conditioning, and we were like, what? That is so irresponsible, that's not okay, really coming at me. And I was like, whoa, chill. We actually have solar panels, so honestly, if we don't use that energy, it goes back to the grid. And already most of it goes to the grid, because we cannot consume everything. We do have this battery, but still, the battery, even with that, we don't consume that much. So actually we're very green. So I'm allowed to use the air conditioning because we're producing the energy for it, so it's only fair, if you make something, you can also profit from it, right? So I'm gonna turn on that air conditioning, and I don't want to get any heat for it. But yeah. Irresponsible to keep a house at a good temperature. Yeah, that person never had to, had these, the roof this. I'm really not sure how to call it, but the person does not have an attic room, so they don't understand. They don't know what it feels like. I suppose it could be worse, if you were to live in Dubai right now, it's probably more than 40 degrees Celsius in there, so that is a lot worse than here. Let me check actually, because I do have Dubai shortlisted since I've been there a few times already. Oh my, yeah, 39 degrees, but it's even gonna be 42 apparently. Yeah, that's hot. But those people in Dubai, they have air conditioning everywhere, so you know, there you go. Proving my point. It's cloudy in the Netherlands. Oh, that's actually nice, you know. I actually don't enjoy when it's like too hot in here because I feel like this is not made, you know, for these temperatures. Like if you're somewhere at the beach, then that's nice, you know, because at the beach you'll have like some breezy wind going on, you'll have some clouds, you'll have, you know, the ocean water that is probably definitely colder than it is outside, so that can also cool you down. But here it's just not cute, you know, it's too warm. You sometimes point your desk fan at your laptop instead of yourself. That is hilarious, but I get that. Yeah, because if your laptop heats up, then it might, you know, like turn off, and then you cannot use it until it's like cooled off, or it gets like stuck, you know, like not that it turns off, but sometimes, yeah, it was just not responding. So I've had that once. It's not great for getting things done, so that's very nice that you take care of your laptop. You sacrifice yourself for your laptop. Amazing. Just kidding, by the way, you know. Don't take it all too serious, like what I'm saying, you know. Sometimes I tend to just spat random things out, and it is what it is. You once stayed at a place where it got 45 degrees inside. How is that even possible? Like here it was like, I want to say 32, but maybe it was just 30. But that felt like such a sauna in here, you know, because the windows were closed, so there was like no fresh air coming in. So it was, you know, and turned into a sauna. But 45 degrees, that's next level. Like how does that even happen? What did you guys do to get it into 45 degrees? Is that already maybe considered like a colder sauna, maybe? It's like, I know the saunas, they probably start from 60 degrees Celsius, right? Well, but it probably feels like a sauna because I mean in the sauna you're just sitting, you're like not doing anything, but then imagine, you know, if you were to like do things in the sauna, you'd probably faint. I don't know, I could imagine, because it's already overwhelming to just sit there. So yeah, 45 degrees, that's very extreme. Typing on an overheated laptop's not great either. No, you're right. That's not very practical. Imagine you burn your fingertips from your overheated laptop. It was an old building in Rotterdam. Anti-kraak. Oh yeah, no air conditioning. Oh, I can imagine that it also gets very cold in the winter. Ooh. If it's not well isolated, yeah, that's not pleasant. Oh my. Oh, Cat's Corner, welcome back. You almost missed a break. Yeah, the session was great, thank you for asking. Yeah, you still made it right on time. Because I won't be extending this break way too much, since I do have to take my dog for a walk outside. He's like been patiently waiting for these 3 hours, and I feel so bad for him. And also, like, it's getting hotter every minute that I speak. And I'm always scared to walk with my dog in summer, you know, because I'm always scared that he might burn his paws. So I'm always that person that will like check myself, you know, put my hand on the asphalt and see whether it's acceptable or not, you know. If I cannot keep it on there for too long enough a time, I'm not gonna, you know, allow him to walk around, because yeah, I can imagine that it must be painful, you know. I don't have paws, so I wouldn't know it myself, but I can imagine. And like sometimes, you know, I remember was it in Poland? Yeah, it was in Poland, in Wrocław. So I was there on this summer school, and there were like so many dogs outside, like really like small dogs like mine, you know, like Shih Tzus and I don't know, like the other small dogs that exist, you know, like poodles, anything really. Really cute dogs. And I noticed how like a lot of people did not really like care about like it being too warm, because I was actually, yeah, I put my hand down and like almost burned myself, so I figured like, yeah, no, that's not safe for my dog. So we, you know, picked him up and we were like just, you know, holding him, and whenever we'd come like across like some grass in some shadowy place he'd be allowed to like walk around. But yeah, so I don't know, some people really don't think about that, so I feel bad for those tiny little cute nuggets, because they cannot really say that they're burning, can they? Yeah, it's terrible. It is difficult to have pets. You do need to take care of them, There's so many people that like honestly shouldn't have pets, because like I know that a lot of people like they buy a dog, and then they don't take their dogs for a walk. That's ridiculous. Like a dog needs, a lot of physical activity. Like if you don't want to walk that much, you have to like already, get a smaller dog, that already saves you quite a bit of walking time, because small dogs are not gonna have to like do a 2-hour walk, whereas like a very big dog will have to walk a lot, throughout the day. So I don't understand that. Or like people that don't even have a garden and then they just let them like to pee in the terrace instead of like actually going outside to take a walk. That's just I'm really like, that gets me really upset, honestly. It's just rude. Yeah I think that's very irresponsible. So that's why you don't have them. Yeah, I suppose that, having a dog, I mean, I would not recommend it at a young age. I mean, we have one and we're 4 people taking care of it, and it's still difficult, like, but we're also like doing a lot. Like we're trying to, go outside with it like 4 times a day. So that's like, in the morning, right after waking up, then somewhere during lunchtime, then in the afternoon, and then before going to sleep. So yeah, it's a lot. I understand that, that doesn't work for everyone. So yeah, as a young person, I would not recommend it, because also like I'm giving up my social plans just to be at home with the dog, because he has this extreme separation anxiety where he cannot be alone for many hours. So yeah, it is what it is, but I really love my dog and I'm really happy with the way things are, because I'm not like a person that goes out every day to begin with. So it doesn't really change that much, if I'm being honest. It's just like the possibility of potentially doing something is more limited, then I have to like think like, okay, what do I do with my dog? Am I able to take him with me, or do I have to, like talk to someone to, bring them the dog so that they can babysit him? So yeah, it's like having a small kid, I suppose, So yeah. You prefer to play with other people's pets rather than your own. All the fun and none of the responsibility. Yeah, that's actually a great answer. Yeah, that works. That's one way to do it. But like some people also, like I had a few friends that did that. They would go to a shelter, to volunteer to help out. And like you don't have to necessarily help out in a shelter. You can also like ask to take some of the dogs on a walk. They like usually say yes to that, since it saves them the trouble of doing it themselves, and that's really great. That way you can just like actually have a good time with the dogs, and the dogs will be so grateful, and the shelter, like the people working at the shelter, like the shelter employees, they will probably also be very thankful. So like if you don't have a pet but you feel like trying that out, I would definitely recommend doing that, because that is great. And yeah, but like since it's my pet, I do feel like there's a very different connection. So that's definitely something you're missing out on if if it's not your pet, because the bond you create with your pet is just like different. It's yeah, it's great. But yeah, I'm also like a person to become quickly obsessed with my pet, because it's just so sweet. What would he do without me is what I think sometimes, because also his hair grows like so fast, and like it just doesn't stop. Shih Tzus are known for having like really long hair, but we don't do that. We don't let his hair get like so long, because then it gets tangled, it gets gross from like outside, and stuff gets stuck, and it's just not really great, I think. And it's also a bit warm for the pet. Like it's okay if you live somewhere where it's cold, but then here, especially in summer, it's just too much for him. So why am I saying this? I don't know what I was saying. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea where I was getting at. I totally forgot. But yeah, that's also something, oh yeah, that they cannot live without, well, my pet cannot live without me, so yeah, we have to take him to the groomers, or I sometimes do it myself. Like, there's so many things, like, what would he do, if he didn't have anyone for him to take care? Like, his hair would just grow over his eyes, then he wouldn't be able to see anything. That's just, oh, that makes me, like, really sad thinking about that. So we're not gonna think about that, we're just gonna think about, being happy that he's here, that he brings so much joy, and yeah, I can only give back, as much as I can by taking care of him the right way. So yeah, anyways, you guys, thank you so much for being here today. Sorry about talking the whole time about my pet. I don't know where that came from, honestly, very random, but yeah, pets are great. So since we successfully completed all 3 sessions of today, I will probably see you next week on Monday. Maybe I might do a session on Sunday, but I think I'm rather gonna join the Discord focus room. So I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna let you know, because I don't think I'm gonna have to do 3 hours of work on my computer. So I'm gonna limit it to 2 hours maybe. So I don't feel like it makes sense to stream for just 2 hours. I feel like 3 hours is the minimum. So yeah, I will write a message on Discord, when I'm gonna be in the focus room, and then feel free to join. So yeah, then we see each other again on Monday, probably around the same time, and then also on Wednesday in the morning as well, and then Friday again. Like, I choose these days because that's when my boyfriend works and he's not at home, so that way there's no distractions and everything is just smooth like this. And my parents are also not in the house, so it's great, that way it's just me, myself, and I, and you guys. So yeah, that's why it's those days specifically. And it's nice rhythm, like one day we do a stream, one day there's no stream, then there's another stream, so I feel like it works. Anyways, love the patterns. Great to hear that. Well, yeah, I need to really go and walk with my dog, like I said, and check to make sure that his paws are not gonna burn. And then yeah, so take care, you guys. Thank you again for being here. Really love that there were so many people joining us today. Like, at one point there were like more than 15 people in total, if you add YouTube as well. So that's wonderful. Thank you guys for being so numerous. And I hope you managed to be productive, and see you next time indeed, which will be Monday and then Sunday on the Discord already. So yeah, but I'll write a message on Discord. So take care, everyone. Wishing you a wonderful weekend. Bye.